Okay. So before I start, can you type 5 on your chat box? Let me know if you're there and ready with your chapter number 4. Type lang po ng 5 if you're ready for your chapter. That's good. Okay. So for your chapter number 4, this is the reheat ranking cycle. As said, you need to master your chapters 1, 2, 3 para po makamove forward tayo with your chapter number 4. And from your chapter number 3, we have discussed your ranking cycle. So from this ranking cycle, sorry, this ranking cycle, meron po tayong nalaman na ganito po yung itsura ng ranking cycle. State point 1, state point 2, state point 3, and state point 4. Okay, so this is your ranking cycle at which you have there your four components. Okay, you have here your pump, you have here your boiler, we have here your turbine, and we have here your condenser. Okay, so this components is actually present on all of the Rankine cycles. But here in your chapter number 4, we will be dealing with your reheat Rankine cycle. Okay, yung reheat Rankine cycle po natin, you focus on the word reheat. Kapag tinagalog, ipinainit ulit or iniinit ulit. So, yun pong ating Rankine cycle, yung fluid, is iinit po ulit natin yung fluid para magamit ulit natin. Okay, so this is one of the modified Rankine cycles that we will be discussing here in thermodynamics too. Okay, so before we dwell much more of your heat Rankine cycle or chapter number 4, here is our ILOs or intended learning outcomes. First one is to describe the function of each component in the reheat Rankine cycle. Okay, yung components po natin dito sa reheat Rankine cycle is 5. So nadagdagan po tayo ng isa. Okay, you have here your pump, you have there your boiler, you have your turbines, you have your preheater, and you also have there your condenser. 5. But technically, if you're going to solve all of it, meron po tayong 6 na component. Bakit po? Kasi po yung ating turbine is now divided into two. That is your high pressure turbine and your low pressure turbine. And later, you'll see where is it located and how can we solve those um, components. Okay? Second one is to explain the role of the reheater. Why is it essential in modern steam power plants? Okay? Third one, analyze the thermodynamic processes occurring in the pump, boiler, turbines, reheater, and condenser. And for the fourth is to evaluate the efficiency improvements and operational benefits of the heating. And lastly, to apply the cycle principles to practical examples in problem solving. Okay, starting now with your chapter number 4, the heat Rankine cycle, a modified Rankine cycle. Okay, as we may recall, sabi po natin kanina, ito yung Rankine cycle. State point 1, state point 2, state point 3, and state point 4, at which you have your pump, you have your boiler, you have your turbine, and you have your condenser. Okay? So sa ating pong reheat shrunken cycle, ganito naman yung itsura niya. Still, may dome tayo. State point 1 here, state point 2 here, state point 3 here, state point 4 here, state point 5 here, and state point 6 is here. Okay, so ganyan naman po yung ating reheat shrunken cycle at which we have now the reheater. So paano po ba natin siya gagawin ng tables? You have here your pump, your process 1 to 2. You have here your boiler. You have here your high pressure turbine. You have here your reheater. You have here your low pressure turbine and your condenser. Ganito naman po yung reheat shrunken cycle natin. So nadagdagan po tayo ng reheating system sa part na ito. And nahati sa dalawa yung turbine natin. So let's discuss more of it dito po sa sunod na slide. Okay? So reheat Rankine cycle as a modified Rankine cycle. So the heat Rankine cycle is a modified version of the simple Rankine cycle designed to overcome the limitation that arise when engineers attempt to improve efficiency through higher boiler pressures. So in the basic Rankine cycle, yung tulad ng sinabi nating improvements na pwede natin gawin para ma-improve yung efficiency, itong tatlo. Okay? Lowering the condenser pressure, superheating steam, and increasing the boiler pressure. Ito po yung tatlo na diniscuss natin dun sa chapter 3 na panghuli. So yung tatlong ito. And again, let me draw again here a diagram for a Rankine cycle. State point 1, state point 2, state point 3, state point 4, state point 5, and state point 6. Okay? And again, so 1 to 2, you have your pump. So 3, you have your boiler. 3 to 4, that is your high pressure turbine. Okay, high pressure turbine or HPT. Then 4 to 5, this is your reheater. And 5 to 6 is your LPT or low pressure turbine. And lastly, 6 to 1 is your condenser. Sir, can you give us a diagram at which maintindihan po namin ng mas mabilis at mas madali itong nangyayari dito? Okay, let's try to have this diagram. Okay, so you have here your first one, your pump. Okay, yung pump po natin, magpapump ng tubig or ng fluid water papunta po sa ating boiler. Okay, kapag nasa boiler na, okay, magiging steam yung ating fluid, yung water, magiging steam. So kapag naging steam siya, pupunta siya ng turbine. Sa turbine natin, may mga blades. And yung blades po na yun, isa itutulak ng mga steam natin para gumalaw. And after magamit ni high pressure turbine yung ating fluid, lalabas po siya papunta sa reheater. Sa reheater, from self-reheat, papainitin ulit natin yung fluid. So pag mainit ulit siya, gagamitin ulit natin siya papunta lang sa low pressure turbine. Yung steam, papaikutin ulit niya yung blades. And after magamit, is pupunta naman po siya sa condenser. And on your condenser, ibabalik natin siya sa pagiging tubig. And the cycle repeats itself. Okay po, nakukuha po ba kung paano? So let me try to repeat it para mas mabilis natin siya mag-grasp. Okay, on our state point number 1, okay, tubig po ito. Okay, fluid water. If this is fluid water, you pump it papunta po sa boiler. Okay, sa boiler, yung tubig iinitin natin. Okay, hanggang sa maging vapor or steam. So if this is now steam, the steam will be used papunta naman po sa ating high pressure turbine. And on your high pressure turbine, ipupush ng ating steam lahat ng blades ng high pressure turbine. Okay? After magamit ng ating high pressure turbine yung ating fluid, which is steam, dadalhin naman niya ito sa reheater. So yung reheater, iinit ulit yung ating fluid. So kapag mainit na ulit siya at naging steam po ulit siya, ibabalik naman natin siya sa turbine, which is now the low pressure turbine. Gagamitin niya, and then papunta sa ating condenser kung saan yung init ng ating fluid tatanggalin at ibabalik natin siya sa pagiging tubig. Kuha po ba yung diagram na ito? Is this a clear or better view of the heat Rankine cycle? Can you tap your reaction pa if nakuha siya? Okay, it's good. Now, let me discuss with you one by one kung ano po ba yung mga ginagawa ng components natin. Okay, let's first with your okay, your pump that saturated liquid from the condenser is compressed to the boiler pressure, which means Yung tubig po na galing sa condenser is i-compress hanggang makarating sa boiler. Okay, ngayon, nasa boiler na tayo. On your boiler, the pressurized water is heated at constant pressure until it becomes superheated steam. Yung tubig, papainitin natin hanggang sa maging steam. And kapag naging steam na ito or superheated steam, punto naman po siya sa high pressure turbine. And your high pressure turbine can be written as HPT, high pressure turbine. Okay, so the superheated steam enters the high pressure turbine and expand isentropically to an intermediate pressure. Okay, so after daw po magamit ni high pressure turbine, ipapasa niyo daw po ito sa ating reheater. And your reheater is at the exit of your high pressure turbine. Babalik po siya ng boiler. Okay, yung reheater, inireheat natin yung fluid. So after a partial expansion, the steam is directed back to the boiler through the reheater. So after natin ma-reheat yung ating fluid, it will now move with a low pressure turbine. Okay, so low pressure turbine natin, the reheated steam that enters the low pressure turbine where it expands isentropically down to the condenser pressure. After magamit na po yung fluid natin ng ating low pressure turbine, ipapadala naman niya sa condenser. On your condenser, the steam exits the low pressure turbine and enters the condenser where it is cooled at constant pressure until it becomes saturated liquid. So ibabalik po ng condenser sa pagiging tubig. Okay? Maliwanag po yung mga components natin. So we have there 5 components, yet meron tayong naging 6 kasi po pinaghiwalay natin si turbine into 2. High pressure turbine and a low pressure turbine. Goods. Sunod po, can you type 7 on your chat box? A for goods with your components. Great. Now, after knowing your components, balikan natin yung diagram. Mas madali pa natin siyang maintindihan if alam na natin yung ginagawa ng bawat component. Let's have it here. Okay. Process 1 to 2. This is your pump. Okay? After your pump, pupunta naman daw po siya sa boiler. And that is process 2 to 3. This is your boiler. Okay? After your boiler, kapag mainit na daw po yung ating steam, mainit at naging superheated vapor, pupunta daw po siya sa ating high pressure turbine. So, your process 3 to 4 is your high pressure turbine. Okay? Then after po magamit ng high pressure turbine, yung ating fluid, pupunta naman daw po siya sa ating reheater. And reheater is process 3 to 5. Reheater. Okay? So mainit na ulit. Na-reheat na natin yung ating fluid. Ngayon, sa tapos naman ng reheater is pupunta naman daw po siya sa ating low pressure turbine or LP. And lastly, your 6 to 1 is where your condenser works. Tinatanggal na po natin dito yung init ng fluid. Goods, mas malinaw na po ba yung diagram na ito? Process 1 to 2 is for pump, 2 to 3 is for boiler, 3 to 4 is for your high pressure turbine, 4 to 5 is for your reheater, 5 to 6 is for your low pressure turbine, and 6 to 1 is for your condenser. Goods, can you tap your reaction po if mas malinaw na siya? Okay, thank you. Now, after knowing your components as well as this diagram, we can now proceed with the energy analysis. Energy analysis, sir? Yun po ba yung mga formulas? Yes. So let's start first with your pump. Saan nga po ulit si pump? Process 1 to 2. Okay. Does your pump has work? Yes po, sir. Nagtatrabaho po si pump. And the formula for this one is, which is higher? 2 or what? Mas mataas, sir, si 2 kaysa kay 1. So technically, my pressure is H sub 3 minus H sub 1. And this is the same as this one. Okay? Next, let's have your heat inputs. Saan po ba tayo nagpapainit? Sir, sabi niyo po isa boiler tsaka sa reheater. Init po natin sila. So let's start first with your heat input in a boiler, Qn sub P. See boiler, 2, 2, 3. This is for boiler. Hey, if you're going to calculate your heat in a boiler, you should use your enthalpy, heat, which is higher, 2 or 3. Mas mataas 33 kesa kay 2. So therefore, H sub 3 minus H sub. Okay, so that is your heat input in a boiler. How about for your reheater? Nagdadagdag po ba tayo ng heat dito? Yes, sir. Sabi niyo po, init po ulit natin yung fluid. Your reheater happens on your 4, 5. Okay, so for your Qin in a reheater, that is Qin sub R, that is, which is higher, 4 or 5. Sir, H5 po is okay, H4. Therefore, your formula for the Q sub in a reheater is H sub 5 minus H sub 4. Then, if you are asked to solve for the heat input or the total heat input of the cycle, you just need to solve or get the summation of your Q in a boiler and Q in a heater. So to get your Q in total, that is simply get the summation H sub 3 minus H sub 2 plus H sub 5 minus H sub 4. So this is the same as this one. Goods with your Q in, can you tap a reaction po if nakuha yung total heat input as the Q in a boiler and Q in a reheater. Okay, that's good. Now, after getting your total heat input, now we can proceed with the turbines. Okay, sabi niyo sir, sa turbine, meron po tayong dalawa. You have your high pressure turbine and low pressure turbine. So how can we solve for the um, work of it? Okay, so let's start with the work of your high pressure turbine. Okay, for high pressure turbine, saan po ito? Serves at 3 to 4. Okay, if this is your high pressure turbine, which is higher, 3 or 4. Sir, mas mataas dyan si 3. Isa kay 4. So therefore, H sub 3 minus H sub 4. That is your work of your high pressure turbine. How about, sir, yung low pressure turbine? Low pressure turbine. Saan po ba ito nangyayari? This is 5, 6. Which is higher, 5 or 6? Sir, mas mataas si 5. Therefore, H sub 5 minus H sub 6. Okay? Now, if you're going or if you're asked to find to get or to find the total turbine work, you just need again to get the summation of it. So the total work of the turbine is simply H sub 3 minus H sub 4 plus H sub 5 minus H sub 6. And this is the same as this one. Goods? Nagpapa with your total turbine work of your high pressure turbine, and work of your low pressure turbine. Goods? Nagpapa. Can you tap your reaction if nakukuha pa siya? Okay, that's good. Now, after getting your work of your turbine, you can now get the last component, and that is your condenser. Sir, saan nga po yung condenser natin? Dito po, sir. Yan. So sa condenser, nagtatanggal tayo dito ng heat. And we call that one Q sub out. Okay. Ano po, sir, ang mas mataas sa 1 at 6? Eh, pantay lang po sila dito. Paano po yun? So you count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is higher sa numbers. So 6. Therefore, your formula here is simply H sub 6 minus H sub 1. And this is the same as this one. Okay? So that is the formulas for your components in a reheat Rankine cycle. May question po ba tayo dito? If wala po, you can type um, 1 on your chat box. And if may question po, you can tap your recent button. Be clear? Okay, that's good. After knowing your components formula, pwede din po natin makompute yung thermal efficiency ng isang cycle. And you can try to use this formula. Sir, limited lang po ba dito sa formula na ito? Which is thermal efficiency is equals to the work of turbine minus work of pump all over Q in total. Pwede po bang ibang gamitin kong formula? Yes, you can try to use this formula. Work net over Q in total. Or you can try to use thermal efficiency is equals to 1 minus Q up over Q in total. Would this yield the same answer? Yes po. Okay, same lang po makukuha ng sagot dito. Now, sir, what if ito po yung gamitin ko, yung may work net? Paano po ba yung work net na formula dito? So to get your work net, you have here your formula, which is to the work of your turbine minus work of your pump. Or if ayaw niyong gamitin ito, you can try to use the work is equal to Q in total minus Q. And that would yield the same answer. Same po ito ng magiging sagot. Okay? So you just recall your work net and your thermal efficiency formulas. Let's po tayo with your reheat Rankine cycle thermal efficiency. Can you tap reaction for goods with these formulas? Sir, yung W sub T po ba yung total work of the turbine? Yes. Okay. So before we continue the discussion, I'll be giving you 6 minutes, but kindly have your scratch papers with you, as well as your calculators and steam tables para po makapagsagot tayo ng sample problem dito. Okay, I'll give you 2 minutes, so we'll start this problem by 2:57. Thank you. Okay po. So makikita po ng reason button so I can see if you are still there and you have prepared the paper, steam table, and calculators with you as well as your pen or pencils. Makikita lang po ng reason button. Okay, 24, 20, 30, 33, 35, 37, 39, and quits. Okay, so ako na po magbababa. So for this afternoon, we will be discussing also your sample problem number one. Let me read first your problem. A power plant operates on an ideal reheat Rankine cycle with a mass flow of 50 kilogram per second of steam. Steam leaves the boiler as superheated vapor at 15 megapascal and 600 degrees Celsius and expand isentropically in the high pressure turbine to an intermediate pressure of 1.0 megapascal. Then, partially expanded steam is reheated at constant pressure back to 600 degrees Celsius and then expands isentropically in the low pressure turbine down to a condenser pressure of 10 kilopascal where it is condensed to saturated liquid. The condensate is pumped isentropically back to the boiler pressure. Determine the following. A. The specific turbine work from each turbine stage and the total turbine work per kilogram of steam. Letter B. The pump work per kilogram. Letter C. Total heat added per kilogram. Letter D. Thermal efficiency of the cycle. And letter E. Compute the net power output in megawatts for the plant using the given mass flow. Okay, so upon reading the problem, look for clue words. Okay, so upon reading the problem, you have seen na nakasulat nito, reheat Rankine cycle. So kapag reheat Rankine cycle, alam mo na kung ano yung mga gagamitin natin. Meron tayong reheater. Okay, after knowing that this is a reheat Rankine cycle, look for pressures. How many pressures do we have? We have your 1, 2, and 3. Okay, we have 15 megapascal, 1.0 megapascal, and 10 kilopascal. Okay, so you proceed now with your solution. Alam mo na may tatlo kang pressure at alam mo na din na this is a reheat Rankine cycle. Okay, so let's start with your summarization. Okay, so sabihin ko na po yung summarization based on this problem. For the summarization, power plant operating on a reheat Rankine cycle with given mass flow rate as it is. Okay, for the assumptions, at least two. Number one, steady flow operation. Number two is change in kinetic energy and change in potential energy are negligible. So meron na po ako doon na points for summarization and points for assumptions. Okay, now let's try to have your analysis. Okay, for your analysis, sabi natin, alam po natin na this is a reheat Rankine cycle. Okay, so pwede na agad tayo mag-proceed sa analysis na ganito yung rule. Process 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay? Reheat Rankine cycle for my TSR. So sabi natin, meron po tayong tatlong pressure. Sulat natin dito. Pressure is 15 megapascal. You have another pressure that is 1.0 megapascal. Isa pang pressure which is um, 10 kilopascal. Okay, let me give you a tip or a technique para madali natin siyang malalaman kung saan ko natin nalagay itong mga pressure nito. Okay, your highest pressure, which is 15 megapascal, is always for the boiler or kung sino po yung pinakamataas na pressure sa po yung nasa taas or nasa pinakataas. So, since this is 15 megapascal, pinakamataas po natin dito is dito, 15 megapascal. Ay sir, saan po yung 1.0 megapascal? Yung 1.0 megapascal po natin is dito. Meron po kasi tayo dito pressure. Okay, so that is 1.0 megapascal. So if you're going to locate, saan po ito? This is 1.0 megapascal. Okay, and lastly, yung pinakamababa nating pressure, lagi po siyang sa condenser. So that is 10 kilopascal. Okay, so try to convert it to megapascal. So this would be 0.010 megapascal. Okay, let's try to define yung mga pressures po natin on your state points. Pressure or 15 megapascal is for P2 is equals to P3, 15 megapascal. About your P4 and P5, that is 1.0 megapascal. Then your P1 and P6 is equal to 0.010 megapascal. Are we goods? Nagawa po kung paano po natin nilagyan ng pressures itong ating diagram or yung analysis. Kung paano din po tayo nag-identify ng ating anim na given P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, and P6. So this is 5. Goods? Can you tap a reaction po if nakukuha po yung ating paglalagay ng pressures? Do you have questions or clarification regarding this one? Eh, pag mayroon po tayong clarification or may tanong po, you can tap your raise hand button anytime. Okay? Now, let's try to get another givens from the given problem. We have their given temperatures, which is a 600 degrees Celsius and another 600 degrees Celsius. So, saan po namin siya ilalagay, sir? Okay, basahin natin. Steam leaves the boiler as a superheated vapor at 50 megapascal and 600 degrees Celsius. Saan po ba yung exit ng boiler natin? Based sa drawing, based po sa ating kaalaman. Yung exit, sir, ng boiler is state point 3. So, ibig sabihin, sir, dito po namin ilalagay yung 600 degrees Celsius. Okay po. Tapos, sir, yung isang 600 degrees Celsius, ano naman po ba siya? Sabi po dito, the partially expanded steam is reheated at a constant pressure back to 600 degrees Celsius. Ibig sabihin, exit daw po ng reheater natin. Saan po ba yung exit ng reheater natin dito? Sir, if this is my boiler, this is my high pressure turbine, therefore, my state point 5 is my um, exit of the reheater. Therefore, same po ng temperature yung exit ng boiler and exit ng reheater. Sir, pwede po ba yun? Yes po. Sir, what if isa lang po yung ibinigay na temperature? Wala po ibinigay sa exit ng boiler, wala din po binigay na sa exit or wala po ibinigay sa exit ng reheater. So, you must include the assumption na ang inyo pong ginamit na temperature at the exit of the turbine, exit at the boiler and exit of the reheater is the same. Sir, is there a chance na magkaiba po ang temperature ng dalawa? Nung exit po ng boiler at exit ng reheater? Yes. Okay? So, from this given problem, dito muna tayo mag-focus. So, your temperature 3 is given by 600 degrees Celsius. And your T5 here is given by 600 degrees Celsius. So, meron na po tayong 8 na given. Maliwanag na po ba yung analysis po natin? Can you type 2 on your chat box if we're good with your givens? Okay, that's great. Now, after doing your analysis, we can now proceed with your solution proper. Okay, let's start with your state point number 1. That's state point 1. At your state point 1, what do we know here? Sir, alam ko po ang state point 1 po is having a pressure of 0.010 megapascal. And sabi niyo, sir, assume po lagi natin siya na saturated liquid. So if that's the case, this is pressure. You look at your table number 2. Okay? Ano pong hanap ng table 2? Yung H sub F po, which is equals to H sub 1, and V sub F po, which is equals to my V sub 1. So upon looking on your steam table, what would be the value of your H sub 1 and V sub 1? That is 191.83 kilojoules per kilogram, and your V sub 1 is equals to 1.0102 times 10 raised to negative 3 cubic meter per kilogram. Goods. Same po ba tayo? Enthalpy 1, 191.83 kilojoules per kilogram. Okay. So I have noticed on your exam, yung iba po ang ginamit po ay internal energy. Ang ginamit po nila is 191.82 kilojoules per kilogram. So dapat po kapag tumitingin tayo ng steam table, tingnan po natin ang maigi kung saan po tayo nakatingin. Pwede po sa internal energy, pwede sa enthalpy, pwede sa entropy. But make sure that you have written the accurate value on your thermodynamic property specific. Okay, so now after getting your state point number 1, we can proceed with your state point number 2. State point number 2. What do we know on your state point number 2? Your pressure 2 is simply equal to 15 megapascal. Okay? Sir, sa state point 2, mag-compute na lang po tayo ng work of pump. Kasi po, mas madali natin makukuha si enthalpy 2. So for the work of pump, you can try to use your formula, P sub 1 is P2 minus 1. So P2 and P1, this must be in kilopascal. So convert it to kilopascal first. Okay? So upon doing and substituting the values, you can now get your work of pump. So for your work of pump, you can get there the value of 15.142898 kilojoules per kilogram. Okay, so after getting your work of pump, we can now compute for your enthalpy 2. And that is work of pump plus enthalphy 1. That's all. Okay, now, what would be your enthalpy 2? To get your enthalpy 2, that is 206.972898 kilojoules per kilogram. Each of two. Goods, are we having the same value for enthalpy 2? Okay, that's good. Now, after getting your enthalpy 2, you can now proceed with your state point number 3. Let's start with your state point number 3. What do you know on your state point number 3? This is P3 is equals to 15 megapascal, and your T3 is given by 600 degrees Celsius. Ano po yung sunod kong gagawin? Sure. Kapag po ganito, tingnan po natin yung pressure. Okay, let's look with its T-set. What is the T-set of 15 megapascal? Based on your steam table, sir, 342.24 po. 24 degrees Celsius. Now, let's try to compare it with the T3. 600 degrees Celsius, is it greater than or less than your T-set? Sir, mas mataas po yung T3, yung 600, kaysa po kay T-set. Therefore, T3 is greater than your T-set, so you can conclude that this is superheated vapor. Nakakasunod po ba? Can you tap a reaction if nasusundan po? Okay. Now, if this is superheated vapor, saang table pong titingin? Titingin po tayo sa table number 3. Okay? So on your table number 3, do we have your exact value for 15 megapascal and 600 degrees Celsius? Yes po sir, meron po. So since meron po, so kuhain lang natin siya. So H sub 3 is equal to 3,582.3 kilojoules per kilogram. And your SL3 is equal to 6.6776 kilojoules per kilogram Kelvin. Okay, so meron na tayo H sub 3. Okay, now, after getting your state point number 3 enthalpy, we can now proceed with your state point 4. At state point 4, ano po ba yung alam natin sa state point 4? At state point 4, we do know that your P4 here is equals to 1.0 megapascal. Ano po kung alam natin ito sa state point 4? Sir, based on your drawing here, straight line po ito, 3 and 4. And if this is a straight line, this means this is isentropic. And if that is isentropic, therefore, S sub 3 is equals to your S sub 4. Okay? So meron po tayo S sub 3, so we can have your S sub 4. S sub 4 is equals to your S sub 3. And that is equals to 6.6776 kilojoules per kilogram Kelvin. Okay? Now, you have your pressure, you have your entropy. If that is pressure, look for table 2. On your table 2, kindly look for your SF, SFG, and S sub G. Let's try to ask Engineer Mark Fahilan. Sorry, Engineer Ehe Samuel, can you give me your SF, SFG, and SG?
Sir, ang SS po ay 0.1387. Ang SFG po ay 4.4478. Ang SG po ay 6.5865.
Okay, that's good. Okay, 6.586 kilojoules per kilogram Kelvin. Now, we should compare your given S or entropy with your boundaries. 2.1387 for SF and SG 6.5865. Now, let's try to compare. Is it less than SF? Is it between SF and SG or greater than SG? Sir, based on this value, yung 6.6776 po, sir, is mas mataas kay SG. So what should we do here? So if your S of 4 is greater than your S of G, what is its condition? Sir, mas mataas, therefore superheated vapor. Mas mataas po kasi siya sa SG, so therefore siya po ay superheated vapor. So what should I do next? Sir, may pressure po tayo. Sabi niyo po, kapag po superheated vapor, dapat po tumingin tayo sa table number 3. Now, on your table number 3, at 1.0 megapascal, you have their exact 6.6776 kilojoules per kilogram Kelvin for entropy. Meron po ba tayong exactly 6.776 kilojoules per kilogram? Wala po, sir. Wala pong exact dun sa may S, dun sa 1.0 megapascal. But you have their near value. Malapit na value. Okay? So ano po yung malapit na value based on your steam table? Based po sa steam table, ang pinakamalapit po dun sa S of 4 natin, which is equal to 6.6776 kilojoules per kilogram Kelvin, ay 6.6682 and 6.6940. Tama po ba? Yan po yung pinakamalapit dun sa 6.6776 kilojoules per kilogram Kelvin. Can you tap a reaction if same po tayo nakita na values na malapit? Kasi po walang exact. Okay, now, ano po ba yung hinahanap natin sa bawat state point? Ang hinahanap po natin, sir, is enthalpies. So to get your enthalpy here, ano po yung gagawin natin? Kuhanin po natin yung katapat. Okay, so that is 2,815.8 and 2,827.9. So after po natin makuha yan, ano po yung sunod natin na gagawin? Let's try to ask Engineer Alison Ken Guico. Ano po yung gagawin natin kapag po ganito yung ating value?
Sir, mag-i-interpolate po.
Okay, so let's do interpolation. What would be your H sub 4? Engineer Alison, based on your calculation.
Wait lang po, sir.
Sige pa, compute nyo din po, H sub 4. Based on the interpolation, ang makukuha po natin na enthalpy 4 is 2,820.208527. 2,820.8529 kilojoules per kilogram. Are we having the same value for your enthalpy 4? Okay, that's good. Now, after getting your enthalpy 4, ano naman po yung sunod? Sir, hindi pa po kayo tapos sa state number 4 kasi po meron po akong state number 5. Okay? For state number 5, ano po yung alam natin? Your state point number 5, we do know that we have here 1.0 megapascal. And we have also there your T5, which is equal to 600 degrees Celsius. So kapag ganito, ano nga po yung gagawin natin? Look for TSAT. Okay, so ano po yung TSAT natin sa 1.0 megapascal? That is 179.91 degrees Celsius. Mas mataas po ba or mas mababa yung T5 natin? Sir, mas mataas yung T5 natin kaysa kay TSAT. And if that's the case, you can conclude that this is superheated vapor. And if this is superheated vapor, you should look for the value on your table number 3. Okay? Ano pong hanapin? H sub 5 and S sub 5. Okay? Now, upon looking on my table number 3 at 1 megapascal and 600 degrees Celsius, may exact value, and that is 3,697.9 kilojoules per kilogram. And for your S of 5, that is 8.0290 kilojoules per kilogram Kelvin. Goods with your table number, statement number 5. Nakita po ba itong values na ito? Can you top a action if same po tayo nakikita ng values? Okay, that's great. Now, after getting your state point number 5, let's move with the last state point. Okay, that's state point number 6. Ano naman po yung alam natin sa state number 6? Meron po tayong given dito na pressure, P6 is equal to 0.010 megapascal. Okay, 0.010 megapascal. And looking again on your diagram, meron po ulit tayo dito straight line, 5 to 6. That means it is isentropic. If that's the case, therefore, S sub 5 is equals to your S sub 6. Okay. Okay. So therefore, S sub 6 is equals to your S sub 5, which is equal to 8.0290 kilojoules per kilogram Kelvin. Okay. Now, you have your pressure, you have your entropy. You should now proceed with your anong table po? Table 2. Okay, on your table 2, ano po yung hahanapin natin? Again, this is entropy, so therefore S sub F, S sub FG, and S sub G. Okay, so ano po yung SF natin dito? Let's try to ask engineer Isita, Jessica.
Sir, wait lang.
Sige po, engineer. Kindly look for the value of your SF, SFG, and SG at 0.010 megapascal.
Sir, ang S sub F po is 0.6493.
SFG,
S sub G po is S sub FG po is 7.5009.
and SG is
8.1502 po.
that's kilojoules per kilogram Kelvin. Now, let's try to compare your given S or your S sub 6 with the given. Okay, is it between the boundaries SF and SG? Is it lower than SF or higher than SG? Sir, it is between SF and SG. Therefore, S6 is greater than SF but less than your SG. Therefore, this is wet mixture. Okay, if this is wet mixture, ano po yung sunod natin na ginagawa? We are getting the quality. Okay, so to get the quality, you use S sub 6 minus S sub F over S sub G. Okay? Then, what would be your quality here? So, based on your calculations, makukuha po natin dito na quality is 0.983841,939. Okay? So, yun po yung quality natin. Then, ano nga po ulit yung hinahanap natin sa bawat state point? Enthalpy. So, to get your enthalpy, you use your H sub 6 is equals to H sub F plus X times HFG. What would be your H sub 6? Okay, try to compute it. Engineer Diana K. Marandan, Engineer Marandan. What would be your H sub 6? That's good. That is 2,545.96699 kilojoules per kilogram. And that is your enthalpy 6. Okay, ngayon, tapos na tayo sa mga enthalpies. We can now proceed in calculating yung atin pong mga components. So, pwede ko po ba siyang i-save or i-store sa aking calculator? Yes. Okay, so ilipat lang natin yung mga enthalpies natin sa isang malinis na slide. So, you have there your enthalpy 1 is equal to 191.83 kilojoules per kilogram. H sub 2 is equal to 206.972898 kilojoules per kilogram. H sub 3 is equal to 3,582.3 kilojoules per kilogram. H sub 4 is equal to 2,820.208527 kilojoules per kilogram. H sub 5 is equal to 3,697.9 kilojoules per kilogram, and H sub 6 is equal to 2,545.966992 kilojoules per kilogram. Sir, pwede ko po ba siya i-store sa aking calculator? Yes, you can try to store it as A, B, C, D, E, and F. Okay, pwede nyo pa i-store sa inyong calculator. Now, after storing the values, what should you do next? Sir, pwede na po ako mag-start sa mga components ko. Let me start with my pump. Pump. For the pump, you can calculate it using, paano po ulit? That is H sub 2 minus H sub 1. So by substitution, that is simply B minus A. And the work of pump is simply 15.142898 kilojoules per kilogram. Okay? After your pump, ano po yung sunod? Let's try to solve your boiler and reheater. Okay, let's start first with your Q in the boiler. Paano po ulit formula nito sa boiler? That is H sub 3 minus H sub 2. Okay, so for Q in a boiler by substitution, you have there 3,000, sorry, 3,375.327102 kilojoules per kilogram. How about your reheater? That is Q in a reheater. That is H sub 5 minus H sub 4. By substitution again, that is E minus T. So your Q in the reheater, that would be 877.691473 kilojoules per kilogram. Okay, nasusundan po ba Q in and Q in for both boilers and reheaters. Now, after getting your boiler and reheater, you can get now the um, total heat added. Paano po yun? Pag-a-addin lang po natin si boiler and reheater. So Q in total is equal to 4,253.018,575 kilojoules per kilogram. Okay po? Now, after getting your boiler and reheater, you can now proceed with the turbines. Okay, so for your turbines, we have two kinds of turbine. You have your high pressure turbine and your low pressure turbine. Let's start first with your high pressure turbine. How can you compute for your high pressure turbine? That is H sub 3 minus H sub 4. By substitution, the work of your high pressure turbine is simply 762.09147 kilojoules per kilogram. Okay. Next, your work of your low pressure turbine. That is H sub 5 minus H sub 6. Substituting, work of your low pressure turbine is simply 1,151.933008 kilojoules per kilogram. Okay, now you are asked to find also the total work of your turbine. So the work of your turbine is equal to, so getting the summation of it, pagsasamahin nyo lang yung work ng high pressure and low pressure, that is 1,914.024481 kilojoules per kilogram. Okay, that is your work of. Now, let's proceed with your condenser. Last component. For your condenser, that is simply Q sub out. Okay, so if you're going to substitute your values here, that is H sub 6 minus H sub 1. Your Q out is equal to 2,354.136992 kilojoules per kilogram. And those are of your components. Your pump, boiler and reheater, your turbines, high pressure and low pressure turbines, and lastly your condenser. Goods, nasusundan po yung ating mga components dito. So what I can give you as a technique is you can store the values on letters, then you simply substitute it kapag nagka-compute na. Basta alam nyo kung saan nyo po in-store values. Okay? Are you having the same values based on your own calculations there sa inyo pong calculator? Can you tap a reaction pa if we are getting the same values? Okay, that's good. Now, after getting your components, pwede po natin ma-solve si worknet. Okay, so paano nga po ulit natin si-solve si worknet? You can try to use this one. Worknet is equal to turbine minus work of pump. Or you can try the other formula of worknet, which is equals to Q in total minus Q out. And both of this will get the same worknet, which is equal to 1,898.881583 kilojoules per kilogram. Okay, so yun po yung sadyang makukuha nating sagot dito. And both of them is 1,898.881583 kilojoules per kilogram. Now, after getting your worknet, we can now proceed in solving what is asked in the problem. Let's start with your letter A. The specific turbine work from each turbine stage and the total turbine. Actually, we already solved this one, and that is the high pressure turbine work low pressure turbine work, and your total work of your turbine tayo with your letter A. As in that letter A, because can you tap your if nakuha mo siya? Okay, now, after that is your letter B, the pump per kilogram. And we already calculated it also. That is 15.142898 kilojoules per kilogram. Okay, letter C, the total heat added per kilogram. Total heat added is your Q in total. And we already calculated it as Q in sub T. 4,253.018575 kilojoules per kilogram. And we're good with it. Now, with your letter D, we are asked to compute for the thermal efficiency of the cycle. Ano nga pala formula? Thermal efficiency? You can try to use work net divided by your Q in total. Okay, if you're going to use that one, you can try to substitute it and you'll be getting Q in is 4,250.018575, which is equal to, you multiply it by 100. Thermal efficiency equal to 4.67855539%. And that is your thermal efficiency. Okay lang po ba sir na magkakaiba po tayo ng decimal? Okay lang po basta yung first 6 or first 5 digits is all same. Okay? Lastly, your letter E. Maput in megawatts. Okay? For your power, sabi po natin ang formula nito is work net multiplied to mass flow rate. Do you have work net? Meron po sir. You have mass flow rate given? Yes po sir. Meron din po. That is 50 kilogram second. By substitution, you have 1,898.88153 kilojoules per kilogram multiplied by mass, that is 50 kilograms per second. Cancel left with kilojoules per second or kilowatts. Performing the operation, get here power is equal to 94,944.07915 watts. And sabi, in watts, so you divide this by 1,000. In megawatts, so that is 4.9440791 megawatts. That is your power. Nakuha po ating Rankine cycle. Nasundan po ba? So the question or clarification with the given sample problem. Questions? If wala, you can type 10 on your chat box, or if my question, you can tap your send button. Sir, sadya po solo. Yes po. Sadya po mahaba yung pagkuha ng enthalpy spot. Along the way, habang pinaulit po natin yung mga ginagawa nating solution, mag sa paghanap ng mga values. Okay? So do you have questions po or clarification? Reason po or wala po then on your chat box. Others po, do you have questions or clarifications? Sir, medyo naguguluhan pa po sa paghanap ng value sa Steam table. Pero along the way naman po, nasusundan po yung solution. Okay po? So you can try this on your own. Kapag po binigay ko sa inyo yung mga handouts po natin bukas, as well as your midterm assessment. Kasi po, I have prepared handouts at which you'll be having sample problems without solution. But i-upload ko po yung solution to so you can try it out. Diba? So I'll stop sharing my screen. And um, do you have questions with your um, reheat rocket cycle?